Good morning everybody, welcome back to cilinixfxcapital. Hope you're all doing great and welcome to this new video right here on Ethereum, your daily update. And we have an exciting update for all of you because we finally had some strong momentum again during the Asian session, which pushed Ethereum above our main price target, which we set over the last couple of days. Since last week Friday, I told you after hitting the bottom of the range right here, that I thought it was most likely we would still get up to the top of the range right here at 2630, which is the value area high. But we've done this before, but we broke above that, right? We broke above that. We ultimately spiked all the way up to this naked POC we still had at 2720. So we removed that imbalance. It's kind of an imbalance, and we also still had a fair value gap right here. And the yearly rolling VWAP, so we cleared everything up, right? The chart is clean again, at least to the upside, because to the downside we have left some new imbalances, and we also found resistance at a relatively strong resistance level. I mean, you can see that this general area right here around 2700, although it's being seen as a breakout, right? Because we have broken out a value, there still is a lot of resistance, and ultimately, I think it's still going to be very, very tough to break out above that. But yeah, just as a bit of a summary, the expectation for Ethereum was right. ETH BTC has also bounced right here, as you can see. So hopefully my videos helped in that understanding, and hopefully some of you potentially also still made some money on that, which is always the best. But now there's an entirely different chart, and there's entirely different questions we have to ask ourselves. And the main one is, and that is something I have always asked myself when we actually broke out. The main question is well, is this the real breakout? All right, is this the breakout that is going to take Ethereum from this value, which we have been in since the 10th of May, so for the last month, up to a value higher, right? So the next price target would be 2850. But ultimately, we can rally much higher as well if we are really going to try to get into this balance area right here, right? So then the average price would be around 3100, which at this point of time is still a relatively big move up, right? But it is very much realistic. It would be a 15% move, which that's also why I said at the start, it's going to be hard, but it's not impossible. I mean, if you take a look at the price action for Ethereum right now, first of all, the price action across the market is, I would say, good enough to not expect something like what we are talking about for Ethereum, but at least say that it's a possibility. But outside of that, we also have strong volume, especially compared to the volume since the beginning of June, maybe all the way since the 23rd of May as well. So for me, it's all going to depend on the retest. We've left a very big imbalance right here. It's quite likely we're going to retest the value area high as well. And we are still at major resistance, right? So that's another reason why we would potentially get somewhat of a pullback. So then if we get a strong reaction here from 2625 and 2600, and we see that same volume that we had yesterday continuing into the New York opening today, and then potentially also the Asian session tomorrow, then I think this is real. And at this point of time, given what we know and given the information we have about this move, I do think this is more likely than something we've seen before regarding the breakouts for Ethereum, which turn out to be fake outs. But I'll keep you updated on that. For now, relatively optimistic and positive about Ethereum given what we're seeing and the prospects, but it's not all said and done yet. Those are my thoughts. Thank you for watching. Have a great day, and bye.